morning, everybody. We're en route right now. We've got a team. These are going to be your team leaders, basically. They're in this area that are going in and searching. We're going to start securing all these camps that we have that the illegals are using to cross over. There are several that we have. We're setting up a class this morning. Retired cop Bob Houston's running it. They're going to be teaching us chain of custody and everything else. So we can start gathering children items and all these other things. And at the end of the day, we want everybody to look at the crosses, but we want you to understand that within, you've got a coordinate. We understand that there's a satellite program, everyone. We understand the old legend of the pilot lady who had put markings out there. We understand. Well, we want you to understand that this is a completely different set of crosses, and the white crosses you're looking for along the trails, you're looking for spray painted. They're either trees or they'll put them on rails. You want to follow those. Now, the crosses that we have, there's one thing in common, and that's the reason why we brought it out last night. Is this is something
in a quarter mile, use the right two lanes to turn slightly right.
This is tied to this program. No, every one of these areas you can go out there, and there are heavy corridors with trash, bottles, and stuff all around, and these markings are being used because the trails are leading right through them. You can actually go along these crosses, and these are different. These things are painted on, and you can see where
use the right two lanes to turn slightly right toward West Star Pass Boulevard.
And no one on our team's going around painting on them. There's several that we haven't even had a chance to get out to check. But once we verified, and we have 4 already, and then one of them's right on CMEX property, 300 yards from
in 1,000 feet, turn left onto West Star Pass Boulevard.
The same X is down on the border, painted the same way, and it doesn't matter where exactly. You're going to just keep going straight. You're going to stay forward. It doesn't matter. Make sure we're going the right way, guys. Yeah.
Turn left onto West Star Pass Boulevard.
It doesn't matter. Everyone's speculating. Yeah.
Continue on West Star Pass Boulevard for 2 miles.
About where they originated from. We just know that they're
continue on West Star Pass Boulevard for 1 mile.
These are active trails that they're using, and now they're not using them no more. These trails, we have teens go out where they found fresher backpacks and everything, but now this traffic stopped and it's moved on and it's squeezed out. What we're doing is the corridor that we've marked, that we've been marking good. I have like almost 1,000 something GPS coordinates just for this little area, that this first little wall that we're building down here, and it's crazy, the traffic that just comes up through here. And these other little camps, there are ranchers and there are private property owners that can seal, and they make these little
in a quarter mile, turn left onto Camino Santiago South.
From what we see at those, we didn't see at the rape trees that we found at the isolated one at CMEX. We do know that another CMEX plant has a cross right on it. And so we're letting those teams do what they can do to figure out, we're just trying to
turn left onto Camino Santiago South.
Where every one of these are, and we're going to film, and we're going to show you all the coyote trails that are going up to them. You've already seen plenty. We're going to show you the jugs and everything else. We're going to show you the water source, and it could be another way of another.
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto South La Chala Boulevard.
Either way, it is being used as a human traffic corridor. Either way,
turn left onto South La Chala Boulevard.
Children are trafficked across this southern border every day. It's in their reports. Okay? And they turn a blind eye to a lot of it, but they tell you the truth just enough, and they keep it small enough. Everyone will say, "Oh, it's not big enough for us to really worry about." Turn left onto South Bison Drive, then turn left onto West Armadillo Street. Could be my child, could be your child, could be anyone's child. But what if it was your child? Would you want the world to stop arguing and stop naysaying? Because we're just telling people, calm down.
Turn left onto South Quaddy Drive.
There's a high frustration level with our team.
In 800 feet, turn left onto South Greasewood Road. Turn left onto South Greasewood Road.
Because what we're doing is kind of risky. I mean, we're walking a thin line as is, just trying to keep everybody comprised of certain things, and we're not going to.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto West San Marcos Boulevard.
Proven. So you had the videos, we had the trails marking. I mean, those crosses are being used for trafficking. I don't think they're going to be used anymore.
Turn left onto West San Marcos Boulevard.
Because, I mean, there's nothing showing active. They've been watched. We've been paying attention to them. It's pretty much shut down. It's like they knew the minute we knew. And I think when I mentioned that corridor and I was trying to get the government to come out
Continue
there and say,
on West San Marcos Boulevard for a half mile.
Marked, you know, and you know, it's, I don't know. But there are backpacks and jugs and everything showing that they were still being used even when we were out 2 weeks ago trying to secure that scene and get someone out there to help us.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto South La Chala Boulevard.
There are, like I said, there's different crosses. So don't get them confused with the satellite crosses. Don't get them confused with a bombing range. Look at where those projects rain, and then look at where these crosses are from the border all the way up. Look at how these markings tie in to CMEX property. This isn't
turn
like
left onto South La Chala Boulevard.
This is something that's being researched, and this isn't something that people are just looking up online. We're putting boots on the ground. We're filming videos of all these trails right around these markings. And everywhere we go
in a quarter mile, turn right onto West Star Pass Boulevard.
We're finding evidence. And all these trails, guess what? The timeline of the dust pattern of how recent ago they were being used, it's showing that they've all been kind of shut down. So they've been pushed out somewhere else. Yep. And,
turn right onto West Star Pass Boulevard.
In these mountains where they're operating indiscriminately because nobody wants to go out there. And that's the important part of us taking these heights so our teams can get out there. So our teams can just get out there.
Continue on West Star Pass Boulevard for 3 miles.
That's it. We don't have time to stop. We don't have time to try to explain or to clarify. If we give you something to research, it's a starting point. And if other people can go to the conclusion where we're at, and there's a lot of you that are hitting right on the money. But, you know, some of you are veering off. But that's okay, because at the end, everyone's going to end up finding you. I mean, at the end, you're going to have the truth. Because you're searching for the truth every day. We're out here just searching for the truth, searching for the facts, you know. Now, we got time before we get over to Bravo. But when we get there, 7 minutes. 7 minutes, all right. When we get there, we'll jump out and meet with the team. For those of you that are en route, make sure you bring in a pad of paper and a pencil. This is a crash course, but this is going to allow us. And then what we've done is we have a retired cop. These are all retired law enforcement. These are experts, and we have experts who are actually victims of human trafficking that are being on this. And so when these camps are marked, filmed, we're going to seal them off with caution tape. And we're going to post a watch over them. And then they're going to be there to able to collect any evidence so we can tie all these camps in together. And they're going to set up a chain of custody since no one else wants to take it seriously. Now, for coming down to learn this, understand, like our teams that are there today that are going through this, you're going to have to go through this course to be involved in any crime scene preservation, period. I mean, you're going to have to go through this course to be making those decisions. That's why we're splitting, and we've got enough people here to go out, so we should have at least 8-10 teams where there is someone who knows how to properly handle the evidence, and we got plenty of caution tape. But when we go and start hitting and locking all these camps that they've been using, they're all over out of this corridor. You're going to see there's nothing. I mean, we desperately need bodies because we could have people going to grids left and right, and showing video, live video. What we're doing with our search teams is we're going to have them added to our page, and they're going to be able to go to live videos on their certain searches. Now, you're not going to be able to see other areas. There are other camps and OPs that are set up where we have guys stationed at. We're not disclosing those locations on a map or for anyone to figure out. You come down. If you're assigned to those, that's fine. But some of these ranchers, they don't want people to know, and you know, and they're scared in some sense, but they're not afraid now because they got well-trained combat vets sitting up on their ranch, protecting their ranch. And the more they see people coming, it's been a blessing out here. I don't know what the media is telling you guys, but you come out here in this local neighborhood and you talk. You go out and talk. We go to the store. We have people that come up. They know what's going on. They're thanking us. You're doing a great job. Thank you for what you're doing. See, they've been living out here, and they've been living with this, with everybody turning a blind eye for so long, that they're fired up too. They're like, you know what? Just go do it. Stop it. That's it. That's all we want you guys to do is just put a stop to it. Rescue any of them that you can find, but just make sure that they can't cross through our backyard no more. That's it. And if other people along the southern border from California all the way over to Texas would do a similar thing, we could actually put a stop to human trafficking on the border. You know, there's ways to do it. We're showing it right now. We are wreaking havoc all over. And it's the bad guys that are suffering. It literally, it's the ones that are hurting people who are suffering. You know, the ranchers and everyone else is benefiting, and they're getting their lands that are going to be cleaned up. You know, they're getting teams, they're getting corridors where, you know what, they're going to be able to go start hiking in places out here now that they haven't been in a long time. We've talked to quite a few hikers and people that go out, adventurers, and they'll say, we go over, every time I try to go over that hill, I hear a bunch of gunshots way out there, so I don't know if it's hunters or not, but I don't go out there. Well, you know what? We're going to go in these areas where they like to fire warning shots to keep people away, to scare them so no one goes down in those canyons and finds those women and kids that are being trafficked. They like to fire those warning shots. But we're going to get these canyons back. That's it. And then our hikers and everyone else, they're going to be able to go out there and use their public lands again without fear of the cartels shooting at them because they're getting too close.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto South 4th Avenue.
I want you to keep researching the X's. And remember, we've done our homework on our own. We want other. If we wouldn't have did that video last night, we wouldn't, that other X that's on the CMEX property, we wouldn't have got those coordinates, and we're very grateful. We're very grateful for that. We're thinking there's got to be another marking somewhere. You know, you have the white crosses that are either on the trees or on the poles. You have the white crosses that are on the ground. I don't know if it's symbolic with the white crosses or not. I mean, that's neither here nor there. We just know that everywhere where these are, there's corridors and there's activity. And, you know, that's 2 + 2 = 4. You know, 9 times out of 10, we don't have to grasp at straws, and we didn't just assume it. We got on the ground and verified it. It'd be one thing for us just to assume it and say, okay, guys, this is a fact. No, we can tell you that so far we're batting 1,000%.
Turn left onto South 4th Avenue.
To verify on the ground, send people out, have active trails that have been going through them. And they were active within the past 2 weeks. Some of these, they found fresh backpacks that probably had been dropped within like hours.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto East 19th Street.
The bags were brand new. It had been at least within a day. So, and now the trails, the trash, and everything else.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto South Euclid Avenue.
So we have this particular corridor. We have this particular corridor, and we have the ability to lock it down. But once we lock it down and prevent it here, you know, that's it. We got to hold our ground until the other teams and everyone else who say they're coming, until they get in, so then our team can push us out. And they can lock down, they can stand here and watch our 6. Don't give up this territory. Don't let them traffic through here anymore. Don't let them do it, you know. And then we'll go and we'll lock down the next section. Now, we're doing this in a way to eliminate all the traffic corridors where they're going to be forced
turn
to go
left
by
onto
vehicle.
South Euclid
and
Avenue.
We've got a plan for that. And remember, the drones we use have active track. We can highlight a vehicle, a bicycle, a person running through the desert, and that drone
in
will
a quarter mile,
track,
turn left onto
film
East
and
19th
record.
Street.
We can swoop down and get license plates. And so, like, literally, we've got the tools, and everyone's keeping our people supplied. If you guys are worried about search and rescue equipment, you come down here, they're blessed. We're not sending anyone into the field unprepared, unequipped. You know, and the more radios are coming in, we're doing everything smart. But we do want people to continue to research, keep sending us those coordinates. We're still waiting on a QAnon team to show up. And I think that's today. We got our another group coming in from another country.
In 500 feet, turn right onto South Jacobus Avenue.
A lot of the people that are down here,
turn right onto South Jacobus
areas,
Avenue, then turn right onto East 19th
We don't
Street.
want them to be recognized where they're out doing something important. And those are the unsung heroes, you know. Those are your shadow sentinels. We love those guys and we appreciate them. If you're going to cheer on anybody, you cheer on the people whose faces aren't out there.
Turn right onto East 19th Street, then your destination will be on the right.
There have been guys who've been sitting up at OPs for over a week right now. 7 days. Sitting up, watching, locking down the corridor. Those are the freaking heroes. You know, and we need more people to come down. You know, because we can keep them supplied, we can keep them taken care of, but they know what's going on. They don't go out to these unless we get them in and we show them, and we can answer any question they have. That's why we tell people to come. You know, well, we can answer any of the naysayers' lies, everything they're saying. We can prove that. But see, if you want to see the proof, you come out on the ground. Now, some vice people contacted back and said that they're willing to come out and volunteer. And so I said, okay, they want to know the requirements. So once again, it's 7 days. If you're in the media and you want to come out and do a story, okay, then you're volunteering for 7 days. Within those 7 days, you have 3 nights you're going to provide fire watch, okay? There are 3 public search and rescues done every day. You must participate in one of those. And then you can't release any footage without permission. Just show us what we're going to show, what you're going to release. And we've let people do that. We got a YouTube guy that's come down and did that for us. And that's it. And then this way, you're in the ground. This way, everything your bosses and everything you think you know, no, you're going to come down here and you're going to see this for yourself. You already can look and research the government reports. You already can look and see that children are being trafficked, and women are being trafficked. So there's already been a problem. But now that people want to do something about it, they want to make a big controversy about it. We should have done something a long time ago, guys. We should have been doing something a long time ago. At the end of the day, we're failing the most vulnerable amongst us. The people that we're supposed to protect, our own lambs. At the very day, we're handing them off to be slaughtered, and that's just ridiculous. Because our movie shows on Tuesday night are more important, or our sporting games are more important, or going out to the club and dining hall with the buddies. It doesn't matter. We always have something more important than people who are suffering all around us. And now, you've got it to where they've stuffed these little kids underground in cells, and they've got these little nasty sex camps set up where they can film all their child pornography. We dropped the ball, and this has happened. And because we haven't done nothing in so long, this isn't something that's just on the border. And you can't blame the border teams that are down there. You can't blame the independent border groups like ADF and AZBR and 3UP. You can't blame them because they've been telling everybody and showing everybody for years saying we got a problem. They've tried to get media down there, but every time they do, the media wants to go and they want to promote another side. And they want to paint the people who want help as radicals. Well, they're not going to really be able to paint us as radicals because we have Hispanics, a lot of them, and bilingual that are volunteering for us. We have people who work in the federal government, in the state government, in the local government who volunteer and help us. We have veterans who help us. We have atheists. We have Jews. We have Christians. We have blacks, whites, browns. It doesn't matter. Liberals, Democrats, Republicans, far right fringe, far left fringe, libertarian, doesn't matter. These are all individuals who are coming down on a mission, and the reason why the devil's trying so hard to destroy it is because look, the demons can't compete against angels that are coming together in a force that they've never seen before. That's the reason why they got to keep everyone divided and everyone separated. They can't compete with all that goodness coming together where hate is automatically driven down by one common goal: to put a stop to this child trafficking, this women trafficking, this human smuggling that's going across on our southern border. Because we know the government doesn't have the resources. The government tells us it exists, so they need help. So you know what? We're going to come down and we're doing it. We're showing them out that we are doing it. We're making a huge impact. Okay? But, this should have been done a long time ago. And for the past 3 years, I've been doing search and rescue for homeless veterans, and that mission's been taken over by the homeless veterans running our shelter themselves, because who better to take care of the homeless vets and go out and find them than homeless vets? And we put them with each other. Who better to do that? Now, we've got a 3-year plan where we'll spend 3 years out here providing a free service. And, we have our local businesses stepping up. Now we're retrofitting, because of where our base is outfitted, we're retrofitting Porta-Johns on a trailer, and with Diggins Environmental donating our sanitation needs for us, and we appreciate them. They're awesome. They've been taking care of our homeless vets out here at Bravo Base for a long time. And we got the dumpsters coming out, and we're going to be able to show you all the coyote trash in one big pile. They want some type of sensation, then fine, we'll put it all in one huge pile and show you. And then you're not going to be able to go out there in the areas we've cleared and find that no more, because we're not giving those areas back to them. That's the problem. Everyone says they just move. They just move. Well, they're not going to just move if we put someone in every corridor they're operating in. And with the supplies in the world that's helping us, it doesn't matter what anyone else is saying. As long as we see our needs and that manna raining from the heaven every day, then you know what? God's opening the door. As long as he keeps opening the door, I don't know what he has in store. You know, I do believe in my heart there's some third type of marking. There's still something we're missing. There's still something that actually pinpoints, and, you know, so we're looking for that, you know, and that's just, I'm going on intuition with that, but we're still running on all the facts we have. We're still researching all the coordinates. People are sending us coordinates. We're getting people on the ground. A lot of you haven't gotten responses. If you haven't gotten responses, that's more likely because you have a confirmation. And, you know, when we tie all these active trails together and release, our guys, our vets that are going out there, they're equipped with GoPros. Okay, so they're going through, and there's just like so much footage, so many trails recorded. I mean, they're taking pictures and documenting. And these understand, these are veterans who served for our country that are going out there and gathering this intel for our team. These are veterans that are going out there, and the reason why they keep going out there, and they're going back to get their friends to come back again. You know, they're saying, I got to go back, tie up a few things, I'll be back, and you got me for 2 weeks. So these are guys that are going out there, and they're doing everything right. Let's see. You need military. Well, I don't think the military isn't paying attention to what's going on. I'll just leave it at that. You know, and your active duty, I just tell everybody, our military down in Arizona, as far as our ministry is concerned, they've been taking care of our homeless vets too. People don't understand. There's a unit flag that flies over Bravo Base Camp Conklin, you know, and the 355th out here at Davis Monthan Air Force Base, and between them and the Arizona Korean War Veterans Association, and then the Legion, the Squadron 109, Sons of the American Legion, and certain biker clubs that, you know, these are all unsung heroes, but these guys, you know, they don't care about any of the sensationalism. All they care to see is the job get done. And as long as they see boots on the ground going out there every day in the trenches, digging further, they're going to support, and they're going to show love. You know, as long as they see people getting helped, as long as they don't see anyone profiting. See, one thing is, no one can explain what would be the motive for our family and our church to do all this when we have to pay and spend everything to go. You guys go ahead and set it up. So, they had the one go to the chapel in the back half where the old Alpha Command was, and they split it for the church. But, yeah, and if anyone wants to say something online, I challenge you. I challenge you to come down. I challenge you to come down. That's it. Just come down. Because you know what? All these supplies and everything else that you guys are lying about how everything's being used, that will come down because you're going to be dependent upon them. We'll hand you a pack when you come down. You'll be outfitted. You'll be safe going out there with the supplies you need, you know. And you know, if you're scared, don't worry about it because you're going to have good people looking over you through a scope, watching your back, and, you know, they're good, you know. They're the best you can have. So come on down. You know, don't talk. Just come down. Prove us wrong. I haven't seen anyone leave here and not prove anything wrong and prove us wrong. No one's been able to leave here and prove us wrong. No one's been able to come down and do that. So, because you can't. Because it's not us, you know. At the end of the day, it's God, and there ain't nothing anyone can do about it. The frustration is there's so many people that they're just, I don't know why he's got that wool over their eyes. You know, you look at some of these people, and it's like, you know, they're smart and they're